trying to deny everybody else, but still kind of falling apart on the back end after one or two passes.
Yeah, we started off just kind of like, on our little drop defense, and knowing that he was probably going to get going, but you can never show him a steady diet. And the fact of the matter is he makes everybody look like that, first and foremost. So I just felt like even with everything we started in, we had a pretty decent start to the game, but we were making shots, as opposed to getting stops, and that's our decent, start. I thought we waited too long to fight, to scrap and claw like we usually do and how we usually play. And we, in the first quarter, kind of wanted it, we kind of let it be like an offensive game, which, is kind of easy to do, the way that they play, and we're getting up and down. And, our guys, we telling them attack, attack, attack. We felt like they had no rim protection, especially when the young big fella Lively went down. And we did. We ended up getting 72 points, I think, in the paint. But we really just couldn't make a three, which hurt.
Sorry, go ahead.
Can you explain the timeout 18 seconds into the second half?
Yeah, we come out. I was just upset, at us. We come out and we say what we're gonna do at the start of the quarter and of the half, and right away we don't do it. Supposed to be in a blitz, and we don't blitz the ball. You know what I'm saying? I hate to have to waste a timeout on that. It's not really wasted because I'm getting my point across, but at the same time, now we're short on timeouts the rest of the way. But I would rather attack that right away, But it sucks that I even had to attack that right away. We're getting our ass kicked in the first half. We come in, we talk about what we need to do, and boom, we come out and we're just not focused. So that's it's not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Was it Aiden on the error there, or others as well?
Yeah, we were supposed to be blitzing, and we didn't blitz, So but that's been kind of an issue for us. We got to focus better and in and out of timeouts, halftime, before the game. We get off to slow starts. We just got to be better, with our focus, man.
Is it going to take some time to get all that kind of sorted out? Because, you would think that, you guys have all your guys ready to go tonight, and so everything should be able to work. But obviously, these guys haven't really played together all year. Is that something that's going to just take some time to?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, it's essentially like being at the start of the season, and it takes teams 2 and 3 weeks to figure out the real rotation and who plays better with who, and who. It takes time. You can't just throw guys back together and then. Guys have been out, and the other guys that have been in have been playing with extended minutes and getting more shots and more minutes, and that's an adjustment for them too. You have to pull back on some of that. So it really is. It's a real adjustment for everybody. And those things just take time.
What was the difference between Scoot in the first half and the second half? He had probably one of his worst halves in the first half, whether it was on offense or defense. Second half, he was significantly more committed on both sides of the ball. Was that an adjustment you made at halftime with him, or?
Well, I just told him just slow down. I thought in the first half he just was running too fast. He was, with no intent, and he was just throwing the ball everywhere, and so I had to pull him out. And then in the second half he had a plan. I said, when you run the court, know what play you want to run. Get us organized now, attack. And I thought defensively he came in. I told him when he was at the scores table, I said, we need. Our defense. We need some stops, and we need some extra effort plays, and then we can push. But just have a plan. And I thought his second half, his fight sparked us. He get the block at the rim. I mean, he's emotional. I thought that gave us a lift. Which is what you want for anybody coming off the bench.
Defensively, towards the end there, you guys got into 7 a couple times. Do you think kind of the rhythm of the game was just kind of hard from the beginning to get stops towards the end there? Do you think that had an influence?
Well, We did. We cut it to 7. We were scrambling around, trying to get the ball out of Luka's hands. We blitzed them, did a good job. But, you know, the way their team is, I mean, they got shooting all over the floor. You know, if it's coming out of Tim Hardaway's hands, it's going to another shooter. And then, you know, Markieff came in, made big shots. And, you know, that's the way their team is set up. You know, they know Luka's going to get a lot of attention, and they want every time it comes out of his hands is to be a shooter with the ball. And, you know, those guys made us pay.
Chauncey, just for clarity, can you explain why you guys are now using Scoot off the bench as opposed to starting him at the beginning of the season?
Well, it just kind of happened that way when he got hurt. And then, boom, the time goes by, and then he jumps back in. I just felt like getting him back in. 1, he was on a minutes restriction. And 2, I just felt like that was really going to be better for him, you know, because before he got hurt, everything was just so rushed, you know, and I felt like he was kind of putting pressure on himself. And, you know, I like, you know, how he's been coming off the bench for us, you know. So my thing is, like, let him get his footing up under him, you know. Let him get comfortable. And then when it's that time again, you know, be back in there. But right now, I like where he's at.